Electromagnetic energy that travels in waves. Not all light is in the visible spectrum. Light is a form of energy that we can see, which travels in waves through space. Imagine trying to tune into your favorite radio station, but the dial is slightly off, so you hear static instead of clear music. Just like a radio, light consists of many different stations or wavelengths, not all of which we can tune into or see with our eyes. The visible light we see is like the clear music when the radio is perfectly tuned, while the static represents the vast range of electromagnetic energy, like ultraviolet or infrared, that exists but isn't visible to us. The transfer of heat energy between two objects through direct contact. Conduction is when heat moves from one object to another by touching them together. Imagine you're trying to pass a secret note to a friend across the table without anyone noticing. Just like the note needs to be physically handed over to your friend for them to read it, heat energy transfers from one object to another through direct contact in conduction. In this analogy, your hands touching the note represent the objects in contact, and the secret message being passed from one person to another is like the heat energy moving from the warmer object to the cooler one. The transfer of heat energy from a warmer area to a cooler area in a liquid or gas. Convection. Convection is the process where warm air or liquid rises and cooler air or liquid sinks, creating a cycle. Imagine you're at a party and the room gets crowded, so you move to a less crowded area to feel more comfortable. This is similar to how heat energy moves in liquids or gases, where it travels from a warmer, crowded area to a cooler, less crowded area. Just like you seek out space to feel more at ease, heat energy seeks cooler areas to balance out temperature differences, creating a flow that we call convection. The transfer of energy by electromagnetic waves, it does not require matter. Radiation is energy traveling through space as waves or particles. Imagine you're trying to get someone's attention across a crowded room without being able to physically approach them. Just like you might wave your hands or use a flashlight to signal your presence from a distance, radiation transfers energy through electromagnetic waves without needing a medium like air or solid objects. In both cases, whether it's your signal reaching the other person or energy moving through electromagnetic waves, there's no need for direct contact or a physical intermediary. It's all about transmitting a message or energy across space. The transfer of energy from a wave to an object, like sound energy when it hits a wall. Energy absorption. In simple terms, energy absorption is when an object takes in the energy from a wave or impact, reducing the energy's effect elsewhere. Imagine trying to carry a large load of groceries from your car to your kitchen in one trip. Just as the groceries are transferred from your arms to the counter, energy from a wave, such as sound, is transferred to an object, like a wall. In both cases, there's a transfer of something from one point to another, groceries to the counter and energy to the wall, where the object receiving the load, your counter or the wall, has to absorb and hold. What is being transferred? Groceries or energy? Allows some light to pass through but scatters it. Translucent. Translucent materials let light through but blur it so you can't see clear images. Imagine trying to read a book with a window shade partially drawn, letting in just enough sunlight to illuminate the room, but not enough to see everything clearly. This scenario is similar to how translucent materials work, as they allow some light to pass through but scatter it, making objects on the other side appear blurry or indistinct. Just like the window shade diffuses the sunlight, a translucent material diffuses the light passing through it, providing partial visibility and a softened view. Allows light to pass through. Transparent. In simple terms, transparent means a material that lets light pass through so you can see clearly. Imagine trying to listen to a friend at a busy cafe where the background noise makes it hard to hear them clearly. This is similar to how light interacts with different materials. Just as your friend's voice needs a clear path to reach your ears, light needs a clear medium to pass through for us to see objects on the other side. In this analogy, a transparent material, like glass, acts like a quiet room that allows sound or light to travel through without interference, making it easy to perceive what's beyond. A transparent object that separates white light into colored light. A prism is a glass or crystal shape that bends light and spreads it into a rainbow of colors. Imagine trying to sort a big basket of laundry that contains clothes of all different colors. This task is similar to how a prism works because, just like you separate shirts, pants, and socks by their colors, a prism separates white light into its component colors. In this analogy, the basket of mixed laundry is like white light. The sorting process is akin to the prism's function, and the neatly categorized clothes represent the spectrum of colors the prism reveals. The energy of the moving particles in an object. Thermal energy. Thermal energy is the heat generated by the movement of tiny particles within a substance. Imagine you've been stuck in a crowded elevator with several people, each person shifting and fidgeting as the elevator moves. Just like those people moving around, thermal energy is the energy from the movement of particles within an object. The more the people, particles, are moving around due to agitation, heat, the more energy, thermal energy, the entire group object possesses, illustrating how increased movement leads to increased thermal energy. How hot or cold something is, it is determined by the kinetic energy of its particles. Temperature. Temperature is a measure of how fast the particles in a substance are moving. Imagine you're at a party, and you notice how lively or dull it feels depends on how much people are moving around. Similarly, the temperature of an object is determined by how energetically its particles are moving. Just like a high-energy party feels warmer with people dancing and talking, an object is hotter when its particles are moving rapidly, while a cooler party, where people are standing still and quiet, mirrors the slow movement of particles in a colder object. The thermal energy transferred from a warmer object to a cooler object. Heat. Heat is the energy that moves from something hot to something cold. Imagine you're at a party and you notice that the most talkative person in the room tends to pass their energy and excitement to a quieter person, making the quieter person more lively. This situation is similar to how thermal energy is transferred from a warmer object to a cooler one, where the warmer object shares its energy with the cooler object until both reach a similar energy level. Just like how the talkative person's energy spreads to uplift the quieter one, thermal energy moves from the warmer object to the cooler object, creating a balance in energy levels between them. The energy from sunlight, solar energy. Solar energy is power obtained by harnessing the sun's light and heat. Imagine you're trying to keep your phone charged throughout the day without access to an outlet. This challenge is similar to how we harness solar energy, finding ways to capture and utilize available resources efficiently. Just as you might use a portable battery pack to store energy and charge your phone later, solar panels capture sunlight and convert it into electricity that can be stored for use when needed, ensuring you have a reliable energy source even when the sun isn't shining. The energy of a moving object, kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy an object has because of its motion. Imagine you're trying to push a heavy shopping cart that's already in motion. Just like how the moving cart requires less effort to keep rolling than to start from rest, an object in motion possesses kinetic energy, which is the energy due to its movement. In this analogy, the initial push you give to the cart represents the force needed to overcome inertia, while the cart's continued motion is akin to the kinetic energy that keeps an object moving once it has already started. The energy an object has from its position or condition, like a ball on a hill or a stretched spring. Potential energy is stored energy in an object due to its position or state. Imagine you're holding a grocery bag at the top of a staircase, debating whether to carry it down or leave it for later. This decision is similar to the concept of potential energy, because just as the bag has potential to move down the stairs, objects have energy stored due to their position or condition. In this case, the grocery bag is like a ball on a hill. Both have energy ready to be released due to their elevated positions, and choosing when to release that energy, whether by carrying the bag down or letting the ball roll, is up to you. The energy stored in chemical bonds, it is released by chemical reactions. Chemical energy is the power that fuels reactions, driving everything from engines to living cells. Imagine you're trying to open a tightly sealed jar of pickles. The struggle to twist and pop the lid is similar to the energy stored within chemical bonds that are waiting to be released. Just as opening the jar releases the pickles inside, breaking chemical bonds during a reaction releases stored energy, allowing it to do work, like lighting a candle or powering your muscles.